Good evening. Welcome to the second installment of Learning How to Juggle. Before I start, just wanted you to say hello to Buddy Jr. in the cage behind me. I know it's been a long time since the first juggling video. Well, part of that is because it's taken a while for me to move from 2 balls to 3 balls. And if you remember, I had 2 yellow delicious apples that I was using. Well, somebody saw the video and they felt sorry for me, and they went out and they got me these juggling balls, and they're like little bean bags. They don't bruise, they don't bounce, and they don't roll too far when I drop them. And if you remember, I was working with the 2 and kind of got this down pretty well. And then the next step was to move to the 3rd ball. Now this has been really hard for me, and I'm still working on it. I can keep the balls going for a little bit. I can't keep them going indefinitely. Sometimes I can go for a pretty long time. Other times I can't go long at all, and I'm continually dropping them. But I've made some progress on that, and it's a little thing, a little challenge, a reminder to try and move beyond where I am. I know juggling is not a earth-shattering or life-changing thing, but in other areas of our lives, I think the Lord calls us to move beyond where we are, to take that risk, to learn something new, to stretch ourselves a little bit and move out of our comfort zone. In a couple weeks in the Gospel, Jesus will be seen walking on the water, and the disciples are in the boat. And Peter says, "Lord, if that's really you, call me out. Tell me to come to you." Well, we know that he does, and Peter gets out of the boat and starts to walk on the water. However, he gets nervous and scared, and for whatever reason, he starts to sink, and of course the Lord's there to help him. I always wonder, what did the other disciples say to Peter as he got out of the boat and started to walk on the water? Did they say, "Hey Pete, that's great, keep going"? Or did they say, "Peter, get back in this boat, who do you think you are"? And if they were shouting out negative things toward him, maybe that's what he heard, and he lost confidence in himself rather than looking to the Lord. And maybe that was the reason that he started to sink. I don't know. But I really like Peter and his willingness to take the risk and to go beyond where he was, and even though at times he failed and he dropped the ball and he wasn't always faithful to the Lord and all that, we know that, but he was willing to take a risk, and I think it gives us a good example to follow, that we should be willing to take a risk, to step out of the boat and to go to the Lord who's calling us, to move beyond where we are right now, to become better for our own good and for the good of others. And like the juggling, it's a challenge, and it's something you need to be patient with, and progress happens little by little. It doesn't happen all at once, and you're going to drop the ball and you're going to mess up, and but you got to keep trying and persevere, and with that, little by little, we can be successful in, again, the different areas of our lives, whether it be our spiritual life, whether it be our relational life, our intellectual life, whether it be with our job, hobbies, or whatever. So I share this with you and invite you to step out of the boat, to take a risk, to leave your comfort zone, to go where the Lord is calling you, and to look ahead to the Lord who's calling you, and not to listen to those sometimes negative voices that are there that either come from ourselves or from other people, and to have that confidence in ourselves and our own abilities, and that perhaps we could step out of the boat together and support each other as we take that risk to go where the Lord is calling us. And while we won't be able to literally walk on water, we will be able to do things that we never thought possible. So, may God bless you, and take care, and hope to see you somewhere walking together on the water.